Last year past boy falls victim to shootout between armed cookies and Meitei village volunteers at Kwakta areas in Vishnupur district in VRs. Combined security team destroys 4 illegal bunkers at Sajilok and 5 bunkers at Haigrujand and Kamong. Villagers demands equal dismantling of bunkers at hills. Deputy Commandant of 6th MR L. Kunjeshwar appeals to Laitanpopi villagers to return home, assuring them their village is now secure and protected. Education Minister Talnaujam Bashanta Kumar launches Chief Minister's College Students Rehabilitation Scheme 2023 to help around 2,000 displaced college students. And in major relief to loanees in the violent hit Manipur, banks will be provide RBI's relief measures through rescheduling of existing loans and sanctioning of fresh loans for borrowers. Hello and welcome to Impact News. So watching Primetime English Bulletin, I'm Colonel SHAMBANDURAM bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Now the news in detail. A boy was ambushed by armed cookie at Kwakta, Kuthabi Ward number 8, Tidim Road near Sericulture Farm under Fogakchau Ikai Police Station in Vishnupur district today. Deceased is 17-year-old Myang Langband Ricky, son of BDF Jawan and Ibomcha from the Kwakta Ward number 9, Moirang Tril Mapal. Suspected cookie militants opened fire towards people of Kwakta Ward number 9, Moirang Tril Mapan from the Haikon and Fwansanfai village located behind the village in the wee hours today at around 1:15 a.m. Village volunteers also retaliated as a firing intensified. A village defender force Jawand and Ibomcha attached to Fogakchau Ikai police station asked his son and Ricky to go to a safer location, and so the boy took his Komaki e-scooter and headed towards Kwakta Bazaar, but he was ambushed along Tidim Road at Kwakta Ward number 8, Kuthabi Muslim Laikai by cookie militants who were hiding behind bushes at around 1:45 a.m. Locals said he died on the spot. On the other hand, a large number of Assam Rifle personnel reportedly intercepted state forces personnel at Kwakta Bazaar from entering the firing site. Local accuses the Assam Rifles of buying timed to let the armed cookies escape from the area. As soon as news about the death of the boy circulated, several women erupted into agitation and intercepted vehicles of Assam Rifles along the Tidim Road and Tidim Road at Ningthau-Kong. Protesters also blocked roads at Moirang, Vishnupur Bazaar and Kwakta Bazaar. Assam Rifle personnel Lathi charged women protesters at the Kwakta Bazaar at around 8:30 a.m., leaving many of them injured. State forces and village volunteers are keeping strict vigil in the area.
Baidagi kapa horaga ko kauta turen moirang turen sida moina horok paneba angang se tuep tamba angang neba machimana ohum pok paneba mana khwai ahan neba magi makhada manau nu paunga masanupi maga layeba asidai da maje nongmai je moi mayam changdana kapsalak pasidane akoi je chenthokna bo hona badane maje nongmai na pan baneba moina kapsalak paneba
pung kya jawai drum si thoduk thoi
pung ani dagi horok pane moina
ade kenoji angang je 12 tammi ha je khona tab de 12 pass tore ha
12 pass tore angang je handa pass nyar ka du ni BA pass nyar
ar mana sidagi jumdai thoga chel ma ji doi kanu dilan je na ba oidora kamai to ko ti
natte lanje na bai je khoi ga pulap thokmina bane adu da mana gari macha thoura ga sakhiba adu da moina direct omsallaga ma je kapane
kan bapa ji di video poibra
oi mapa je video ne
jaga je kra wa jaga da oidunu mana palaga
kauta gi kuthabi kakhat pasida oidoine panghangi mapa sida lehobune
Sericulture gi mamang to ko
Sericulture gi mamang sida.
As per latest updates from our reporter, one Manipur commando of the Vishnupur police died after he was shot on head by Kuki militants. Further details are awaited. Earlier today, 4 armed Kukis were killed in counterattacks by Manipur commandos at Kwakta. 2 of them died on the spot while the other 2 succumbed to injuries on their way to district hospital in Charachandpur. Combined security team today destroyed 4 illegal bunkers at Sajilog under Patsoy police station and 5 bunkers illegally set up at Haigrujamd and Kamong under Nambol police station today. Villagers said illegal bunkers in both hills and valley areas should be equally destroyed. Some of them condemned the act and the other expressed worry that they would be under attack anytime and appealed to provide them protection.
A combined team of security forces today dismantled bunkers at various parts. Under the Paswai police stations, the security forces dismantled 4 numbers of bunkers, and under the Nambol police station, security forces dismantled 5 numbers of bunkers. On the other hand, villagers of Kamong dissatisfied with the dismantle of bunkers, as they claim that there are various numbers of bunkers at the adjoining areas of the hills, and they also appealed the state government to deploy the state forces in the adjoining areas of the Kamong village.
ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯔꯅꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯔꯒ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯗ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯀꯤꯖꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯐꯥꯎꯖꯩ
ꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯡ 3ꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯇꯨꯝꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯍꯤꯞꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯧ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯂꯧ ꯁꯨꯕ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯙꯞ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯇꯥꯟꯊꯔꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯕꯪꯀꯔꯁꯦ ꯉꯁꯤꯁꯤ ꯕꯪꯀꯔꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯗꯣꯛꯑꯦꯅ ꯂꯧꯔꯁꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯀꯩꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯣꯔꯦꯟ ꯅꯨꯡꯗꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔꯛꯑꯣ ꯑꯦꯛꯇꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔꯛ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯈꯛꯇ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯃꯥꯡꯖꯗꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯀꯅꯥꯅ ꯗꯥꯏꯇ ꯄꯨꯕꯤꯗꯣꯏꯅꯣ ꯕꯪꯀꯔꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯔꯤꯉꯩꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣই ꯕꯪꯀꯔꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯖꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯅꯨꯄꯤ ꯅꯨꯄꯥ ꯏꯆꯥ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯆꯣꯟ ꯋꯥꯡꯕꯤꯕ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯇꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯉꯁꯤꯃꯛ ꯍꯦꯛꯇ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯕꯪꯀꯔ ꯁꯤꯗꯣꯛꯄꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯥꯃꯣꯡ ꯂꯥꯡꯒꯣꯟꯖꯝ ꯃꯅꯤꯡ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯄꯦꯟꯖꯗꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯁꯤ ꯈꯨꯟꯁꯦ ꯅꯛꯅꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯎꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯁꯨ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯍꯨꯝꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯡꯉꯥꯜꯂꯝꯗꯥꯏꯗ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯩ ꯀꯥꯞꯄꯛꯇꯅ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ 2 ꯄꯥꯜꯂꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯁꯨꯐꯝ ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯂꯧ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯨꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤ ꯂꯧ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯂꯧꯒꯗꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯁꯥꯝ ꯔꯥꯏꯐꯜꯒ ꯇꯨꯏꯅꯣꯡꯒ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯣꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯕꯪꯀꯔꯁꯤ ꯁꯤꯗꯣꯛꯄꯤꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯉꯁꯤꯃꯛꯇꯒꯤ ꯍꯣꯔꯦꯟꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯁꯦꯟꯅꯕꯤꯅꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠ ꯐꯣꯔꯁꯁꯦ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯆꯥꯅ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯥꯝꯃꯤꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯏꯍꯧ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯑꯁꯥꯝ ꯔꯥꯏꯐꯜꯁꯤꯃꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯍꯟꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦ ꯇꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯃꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯊꯝꯅꯤꯡꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
9 ꯁꯦꯛꯇꯔ ꯑꯁꯥꯝ ꯔꯥꯏꯐꯜꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯝꯕ ꯄꯥꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯍꯟꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ 9 ꯁꯦꯛꯇꯔ ꯑꯁꯥꯝ ꯔꯥꯏꯐꯜꯁꯦ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯅꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯥꯃꯣꯡ ꯂꯥꯡꯒꯣꯟꯖꯝ ꯃꯅꯤꯡ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏ ꯃꯩꯔꯥ ꯄꯥꯏꯕꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞꯇꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯔꯤ
The main concern of the villagers is who will protect the village which is located adjoining areas of hills and valley. And they also appeal the state government to deploy state security forces for their protection. With camera person L. Kabichandra, this is Katrimayum Premchand reporting for Impact News, Kamong.
A team of artists and singers accompanied by Commandant and Deputy Commandant of 6th Manipur MR today interacted with personnel of 6th Manipur Rifled who are deployed at Laitanpopi village. Kundrakpam constituency. Speaking on the sideline, Deputy Commandant of 6 MRL Kunjeshwar appealed to Leitan Pokpi villagers to return to their homes and live a normal life, assuring them that their village is secured and protected. Artists and singers who interacted with the MR personnel also lauded the dedications and role of 6 MR personnel in protecting Leitan Pokpi village. Speaking on the sideline, Commandant of 6 MRL Lenin expressed satisfaction over the role of MR personnel in securing Leitan Pokpi village. He said MR personnel had even sacrificed their lives in guarding the village, and because of that, the village is returning to normalcy.
Animal Henseleko, deployed our labor. Moise Sindopuya, the Haitare, Mapamse, Moine, a Kangavan in a Queen Lamina, and the work there's among Pulapan Sindopuse, no Ira, Kandan, Moishadum Tame, Moimasana, so Wais in Dopino, Wesum Lake and later. Moise was a lady, and a Yum set about animal Yum Sasalakaba. I don't know, Moi Kitang Matwai Togat Nava had an Mediagi, the gig, I know, film fraternity, Mimiam Koraga, interaction, Kitang, Moila Ami Colamedi, Kitang Harani, Kitang Wabakani, and I don't mind not in 7. City, Hogi Malabaki, the Bayada Tabakni. Now, Bakatan, Atopati Amta Sapayade, Ziki, Kano, Suti Sapayade, Duta Wayade, and Pazana Moisukangi, Hagina Tebatoris, Aruak and woman in a Moisu must try on. She don't never got the pan and a cottonota was some Yoriponi. I don't know, Moimasana, Swan and Kangi and Hybagis to the Kata, then Kali, Moinu Pazana di Tabaki, who's a Popi Pazanadum Pangtoi.
Speaking to media, Deputy Commandant of 6 Manipur Rifled and Kunjeshwar Sharma said 40 personnel of the 6 IRB along with 11 police personnel have been guarding Leitan Pokpi since violence erupted in the area. He said the area is becoming safer after personnel of BSF, Ajad Regiment and Assam Rifled were deployed. He said some villagers have started returning to their homes and the rest may also return without apprehension as the place is now secure. He urged governments to provide them night vision binocular and rationed money on time.
Then hygienic was Zikti, Santi Labor Hetare, Mapomji, BSF Lacre, Gia Lacre, Asana Pulsodum later, the Nompomji Sheko, or Habitare, Ganga Moin Torpoti, and was Hipogiti, my Torokti, Nancy, Dumapa, delay, the Woman Torokidra, Stakis change, Shin Quilibanina, and Milapayara, and I appeal Toxeri, as a Quilibanin, Dunaxage, the Tabak Subo Corpa, Adum Lebu, and Lopantada, System Labor, Quiliminating, the Ditum, Sinokanoyagani, Aduga Queda, Gravances, Saraga, the Queda, collecting what could I have the Quigi, night vision, binocular Gumago, Quidicting Wale, Neper Gumacity, Dum Hainabu, and Equanac to Dona Canada, the Urakan Cap Cadavanina, when a Tambodi, I have Umadi, Todona Canada in Lowe, Aduga, Equana, Yampam, the Vizina, Quigi binoculars, Yampamde, Aduga, Sabatapukida, Kunayamba, Biatawe.
Purum Kulend Village Authority, through a press note, clarified that Purum community is one of the community with Yek Salai, and the community will continue to thrive with its own culture, tradition and language, and the community will not live under another community or affiliate with other community. Manipur government today launches the Chief Minister's College Students Rehabilitation Scheme 2023 with an aim to help 2,000 undergraduate college students of government and aided college of Manipur who have been displaced by ongoing violence clash in the state. Department of University and Higher Education to Government of Manipur organized a launching program at the auditorium of Directorate of Information and Public Relations in Taipachithek, Imphal. Launching the scheme, Education Minister Thaunawjam Basanta said as of now, there is no plan to deploy security personnel in high schools, and attendance in lower classes is gradually picking up. The Education Minister also appealed to people not to use students in any protests which are related to the present crisis. He said students of 51 colleges in both Hill and Valley district will benefit through the scheme. Admission fees will be exempted for this academic year, while students will also have the facility to transfer from one college to another. An amount of rupees 10,000 will be given to beneficiary students as one-time rehabilitation grant. Students will also be given smartphones, and above that, female students may also avail the free sanitary pads and sport equipment under UHEHFS. The notification of the Chief Minister's College Students Rehabilitation Scheme will be made available by 3rd of the week of July on local newspaper, radio and local television channels. Eligible candidates may avail the benefits via online platforms or submit hard copies of applications to relevant deputy commissioners to avail benefits under the scheme. Commissioner of Education Department Gyan Prakash, Director of University and Higher Education Dr. Rangitabali Wycombe and other officials of Education Department attended the program.
Under the guidance of Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Sri N. Biren Singh, then the government and the Department of Higher Education, Loinana, Aikoi Masigi schemes planning Torga prepare Tozabani, other the major components. Category ani khaidokani. First category, most important, Hauziki Oiriba law and order situation, Sina Maram Weraga, Kanglup Irang, Sigina Maram Weraga, displaced students mayam all over the state, both in the hills and the valley. Lairiba students in Sigidamakta, Akoi Sinjaba, Adugumba, Akoi scheme ni, Aduga Hauzi College, Nipanda, Akoi relief camp, Hanguna Lairi, Aduga 5 colleges Tana. Aikogi security personnel thamduna lairi adubu lairiba aikogi relief camp singda aduga mayum dasu lairiba displaced oiriba students sing se moigi damakta launch tawjaba scheme ni aikogi government aided tagi cover toba scheme ni adubu if the requirement comes aikogi lairiba satra singduna aikoi smain tawdana aikoi private colleges tamamaga aikoi sugumba aikogi irang sina maram oiraga I displace genuine definitely the committee will consider. Genuineness where the students are students. Students welfare private, government aided, government students are students. Examine.
Commenting about resumption of schools for class 1 to class 8 students, Minister Thanawjam Basant said the attendance is gradually picking up since the classes started on July 5 and so jumped to 40%. He urged civil society organizations and Mairapaibi groups to make schools an agitation-free zone. Thanawjam Basant said that he had also requested representatives of the valley-based student bodies to refrain from engaging students in protest. He added that the government is also planning to start classes for class 9 to 12 standard as well, and there is also plans to start college session from August and for the Namanjuri University in September. Education Minister also maintained that under Directorate of Education schools, 60% of students from the relief camps have been enrolled in nearby schools so far, while 100% admission has been achieved for students taking refuge in relief camps in Imphal East, Imphal West and Bishnupur district.
Two days back, student organization sing Taruk ka I unajai moi office bearer singa moi dasu aina request ojai mayam yari khidi aikoi gi hojik classes hogadore aduna hauraba matungda aikoi gi leiriba academic institutions schools colleges singsida yari makai akoi academic atmosphere se maintain tausi aduga irang sida aikoi gi yari gi agitation free ohensi ha school sing da changaga chhatra sing se yawhandana ba aduga moi di academic atmosphere sida Fajana maintain Tongnobi Damakta, I Moidasu, appeal Tauraga Moinasu, positive response Pibiri, Aduga, I Kogi Lairiba, civil society organization sing, Ima Singi Loop, Mayam, I appeal Tauzari through the media to kindly Kogi Lairiba, schools, colleges, academic institutions sing Sida, I Kogi academic atmosphere maintain Tauraga, I Kogi Yarigi agitation Sida, agitation free Wahenba. Agitation is the Yahun Vidaba. Satra Singh se. I appeal to Zavani on behalf of the government and on behalf of the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur. I may appeal to Zavani. Aduga percentage Henkalai, so it doesn't sudum Henkalakani, normalization. Somewhere, cry no must start to be other start Hauzavani, phase by phase, 9 to 12 is a Haurani, Aduga at the same time, college su, Moigi sessions, exams, Loiga, colleges sing su, August Tagina, college sing session Haurani. September, DMU is a Honabagi, we can honor.
In major relief to loanies in violent-hit Manipur, banks will be providing relief measures through rescheduling of existing loans and sanctioning of fresh loans for borrowers of agri, MSME and other retail loans. Banks have been instructed to extend the moratorium period up to 12 months from the date of implementation of the rehabilitation measures, and for retail loans under P segment, personal, pensioned, vehicle, housing loans, etc. and EMI payment may be deferred by 12 months. Press note from Director of Institutional Finance Manipur, Anna Arambam, says those borrowers whose payment capacity have been severely affected due to disruption of economic activities and loss damage of economic asset, including agriculture and allied activities, may contact the concerned banks for availing the moratorium and other rehabilitation or restriction and restructuring measures. Meanwhile, the opening of bank branches and ATMs was also reviewed by Chief Secretary yesterday, in which it was found that 218 bank branches out of the total 241 bank branches are opened, while 320 ATMs out of the total 396 are functional. Banks were requested to make efforts to ensure that remaining bank branches and ATMs are made functional. Heavy gunfight broke out between 20 Assam Rifled base in Saibold village under Technopalt district and Proscribed People's Liberation Army last night, according to information received by Impact News. The incident took place at around 8 p.m. last night, and there is possibility of casualties and injuries on both sides. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on passing away of World War II veteran Yangmaso Saisak without getting his last wish fulfilled. We'll be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Matam amada cancer gumba aruba laina layengba achauba singnaba amani. Infrastructure matik chana leiramde. Trevi Hospital Langol Laimanaida Manipur gi ahanba cancer super specialist DM medical oncologist amasung Manipur gi ahanba surgical oncology degree holder leiraba loinana anoba facility kaya pibata natana AB PMDAY amadi CMHTM panel tauraba hospital ni. Adongi Haksel Gidamak, Trevi Hospital na Lebli.
Sara Tutorials. Admission open for first year professional MBBS anatomy, biochemistry and physiology. Courses available: crash course for students joining first year MBBS in foreign universities and Indian medical colleges. Regular course for students already admitted in medical colleges. Classes will be taken by renowned experienced professors and faculties with over 30 to 40 years teaching experience. Classes starting from second week of July 2023. For further details, please contact Gaira Medical Center, Rims Road, phone number 700-5575-482.
HSLC exam da 10 position taduna maths amasung higher maths da 100 fangna subject topper oibang ngamjaki pumna makasi sir again ITC gi founder na hotna birakpadagi ni amadi ITC gi exam yamna
ITC coaching center da chalu bum tamdagi atai tuition me amna pulap lepaga maslam matam par muda pura le award par le gidramina kam chakida
sir again amasung well qualified oja sing gi guidance makada aina foundation yauzo hujaki study material pirakibaduna ingona kana bafangki test obiki revision matam dasu question ki bank amju pb oja sing da naina
ITC China Sajibo, Togimatic, Laila Sugimaramda, Mating Pangiraki.
Pointrex Institute of IT gi Anoba batch ki admission form Thazare, class 10, 12, Amadi college student Singyoiba, computer course Singi, Akupamarol Gidamag, Makada Piriba contact detail Asida Pau Fawirau, contact number 825-992-3603. Pointrex branch, Thangoiban near DM College, Singjamay near Manipur College, Kongba Bazar.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Primetime, the English Bulletin. Moving on with our bulletin, a World War II veteran Yangmaso Saisak from Sangshakkuland village in Ukrul district passed away on Wednesday, but without seeing his last wish fulfilled, which is to get back the Indian National Army flag, which was in his custody for more than 30 years until it was taken away by 24 Assam Rifle in November of 2022. Speaking in this regard, Chief of Sangshakkuland Ngazek Saisak said the INA flag was a prized possession for a late young Masu Saisak, but it was taken away by Commandant of 24 Assam Rifled base of Sangshak AR Post, Colonel Dijas, requested to gift the INA flag for some official purpose and promised to return within 3 days. The village chief said he himself was the witness and signatories when the flag was given last year in November. However, Assam Rifles have not returned the flag till that. The flag was said to have been hoisted by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in 1940 at Harva, Kangai, Khorong Park, located some 18 kilometers away from Ukrulchand, when a battalion camp was set up at the site spot. The war veteran could not fulfill his last wish. However, village headsmen, along with the deceased son, Sangam Saisag, had appealed the authorities to return the INA flag so that they may honor and show respect to the war veteran.
INA flag, which was hoisted in Kangkui, Hokurim, near Harwakangai, which was taken over by 24 AR. The commander is Colonel Tejas. And he promised me to return back after 2 days, but he didn't do that, his promise. We are very unfortunate and we are very angry about his promise. One of his nephew and chief of the village, I want to say that it's not good, it's not fair, whether it is national property, but that flag was in his custody for more than 30 years. He was a Second World War veteran, and every foreigners, whether Japanese or Britisher or any VIP from all over India, whenever they visit to our village, they used to give his visiting record, and it is already written in his record, and we already give over there. So we are not happy about that flag, which was hoisted by Subhash Chandra Bose in our territory. And I should say it's a kind of betrayal from 24A, especially the commanding officer, Colonel Tejas.
U.S. Ambassador to India Eric Garcetti says violence and killing in Manipur are a matter of human concern, and the U.S. is willing to help India deal with the situation if asked. The U.S. Ambassador made this remark in Kolkata, where he was holding a press meet at the American Center yesterday. He said, quote unquote, "We know it's an Indian matter and we pray for peace and that it may come quickly." Garcetti pointed out that his offer to help did not arise out of strategic concern, but rather on humanitarian grounds. He said, quote unquote, "You don't have to be an Indian to care when children or individuals died in this sort of violence. We know peace as a precedent for so many good things." Garcetti also said, quote unquote, "There has been so much progress in the Northeast and the East. We stand ready to assist if in any ways if asked. We know it's an Indian matter and we pray for that peace and that it may come quickly, because we can bring more collaboration, more project, more investment if that peace is in place." Meanwhile, reacting sharply to Garcetti's statement, Congress MP Manish Tiwari said that India has never appreciated any statement on its internal matter. There is gun violence in US and several people are killed. We never told the US to learn from us as to how to rein that in. Press note from Democratic Students Alliance of the Manipur Desam Jiribam District Council drew attention of relevant authorities to the defunct mail service of Jiribam District Post Office, due to which students who want to pursue their studies in the other parts of India and abroad are facing inconvenience in sending and receiving relevant documents. An official team of CAF and PD department led by DSO of Imphal West, Laima Pokpam Ibotombi, today distributed ration cards to beneficiaries of 59 households who are currently taking shelter at relief camp. The team visited 3 relief camps opened at the Sardar Patel High School, Kurkult, Awang Laikai Community Hall and Panchayat Ghar in the Kangchup, Chingkhong and distributed the ration card to beneficiaries from Imphal West District. Speaking on the sideline, DSO Imphal West Eld Ibotombi said people whose houses have been destroyed in recent violence were given the duplicate ration cards under the instructions of District Administration Imphal West.
Yummai Chakraba, Adi Card Nungloina Chakraba, Adubi the Makta Equina, no Amuk duplicate card Sarga Pizabani, Kogi, Deputy Commissioner in Pan West, Yamkana instruction talk Pegi Matung in Aquina card, assist Sarga Pizabani, Yummai Chakrasu, Margaret Lipiam the Lake Taba, Marima Tassing the Labor Sukara Dum Lady, Haribasing Aquina Kidoga, May Sakpadiawi, could you card Kudimak Aquina, Pangava Makai Isuta Navakan Honazari, Atopa district Tagilakba card Singsu, Hybrid. Soshanpur dagi, Kangpokpi dagi, More dagi, Kaksing dagi, Tongan ba, May Chakiba, dagi Lanjener pagi, Katsingi, Ekoi find out over the Lojare, Masigi Port Asinam, district, no Sarakanda, Makoi the Pisalakanda, West the labor, Relief Kangi Zagashi the labor, New Singadudi, Akoinum distribution to Bugi Plan.
CPI Kerala MPs John Vitras and B. Bhattacharya along with Kundrakpant MLA T.S. Lokeshwar have visited relief camps opened at Naurim Birahari College and Kumal Lampak. They interacted with violence affected people who are taking refuge at the relief camps and listened to their grievances. Kangempally Nambulmapal Women's Welfare Association donated various relief materials to Kautrug Youth Development Club Relief Camp in the Sekmai constituency. Youth of Taubald Moijing today handed over relief items to Deputy Commissioner Taubald Ahantim Subas, which are meant for various relief camps open in Taubald district. Speaking on the occasion, Deputy Commissioner Taubald Ahantim Subas also lauded youths of Taubald Moijing for extending helps. Now, the weather news. As per a report from ICAR Agro-Meteorological Unit Lamphilpat, Manipur received a total of 12 mm rainfall in the past 24 hours. State recorded a maximum temperature of 31 degrees centigrade and a minimum temperature of 22.5 degrees centigrade today. As per a report from the India Meteorological Department Regional Meteorological Center, Guwahati, most areas of both hills and valley will receive rain in the next couple of days. Manipur team participating in the 5th Junior National Boxing Championship will leave Imphal for Itanagar tomorrow. Arunachal Pradesh will be hosting the championship from July 9th to 14th at Don Bosco College in Itanagar. 12 boy boxers are participating in different weight categories of the upcoming event. Manipur Amateur Boxing Association press note maintained that Thangrangkum Komd and El Kishant will be Manipur team officials. Well, that's all we have for this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Class 12 pass boys fall victim to shootout between the armed cookies and Meitei village volunteers at Kwakta area in Vishnupur district, BRs. Combined security team destroys the 4 illegal bunkers at the Sajid Log and 5 bunkers at Haigujand and Kamong. Villagers demand equal dismantling of bunkers at hills. Deputy Commandant of 6th MRL Kunjeshwar appeals to Leitan Pokpi villagers to return homes, assuring them their village is now secure and protected. Education Minister Taunawjam Basantakumar launches Chief Minister's College Students Rehabilitation Scheme 2023 to help around 2,000 displaced college students. And in major relief to loanees in violent-hit Manipur, banks will be provide RBI's relief measures through rescheduling of existing loans and sanctioning of fresh loans for borrowers. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Prime Time Manipur Bulletin. Until then, have a great evening and always stay safe.
Pausel Hauzik Manipurda thokliba wathoka mari leinana Manipurda leiriba nupi kanglupsingi oiba khana neinabagi